Hey there, fellow travelers, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're talking about those little things people do in airports that drive airport staff bonkers. You know, the kind of stuff that makes you want to scream into a TSA scanner. We've all been there, stuck in those endless security lines just trying to get to our gate. But some folks, well, they seem to think they're on their own personal episode of Airport Drama Queens. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the top 10 things people do in airports that really grind the gears of the hardworking staff. And hey, if you recognize yourself in any of these, don't worry, we've all been there. Maybe. Just kidding. You're probably one of those people who claps when the plane lands. Stay tuned. Alright, let's kick things off with a classic airport annoyance. People who arrive at the gate just as the plane is about to board. You know the type? They stroll in all casual, like they're just popping out for a quick bagel. They've got that "I'm too important to wait in line" swagger, but really, they're just holding everyone else up. It's like they think the plane is going to wait for them, even though they clearly heard the boarding announcement 3 Starbucks runs ago. These are the same people who probably show up late to their own wedding, blaming traffic, a family of turtles crossing the road, you name it. But listen folks, airport staff have a schedule to keep, and that doesn't include waiting for you to finish your cappuccino. And here's the thing about these last-minute arrivals, they're not just annoying, they're actually causing delays for everyone else. See, when they finally do show up, all out of breath and sweating through their travel clothes, it throws the whole boarding process off. So, a message to all you chronically late travelers: do us all a favor and set an alarm, hire a personal assistant, or maybe just invest in a good pair of running shoes. Your fellow passengers will thank you for it. Alright, moving on to another airport annoyance that's not just rude, but also a major security risk: leaving your luggage unattended. I mean, seriously folks, what are you thinking? This isn't your grandma's living room, it's a bustling airport. Look, I get it. Airports are exhausting. You're tired, you're hungry, you just want to find your gate and collapse. But that's no excuse for just ditching your suitcase like it's a bad Tinder date. You know what happens when you leave your bag unattended? The entire airport might have to go into lockdown. That's right, one unattended bag can bring the whole place to a screeching halt. Security personnel have to treat every abandoned item like it's a potential bomb threat. They've got protocols to follow, folks, and none of them involve politely paging the owner over the loudspeaker. So, while you're off buying an overpriced magazine and ignoring the frantic announcements, a bomb squad might be suiting up to inspect your forgotten luggage. Please, do everyone a favor and keep your luggage close. Just don't leave it alone, or you might find yourself on the wrong side of airport security. And trust me, you don't want to be there. We've all been there, stuck on a plane next to a screaming baby, wishing we had some noise-canceling headphones or maybe even noise-canceling earplugs. But have you ever been seated next to a cat just casually chilling on a 6-hour flight? Look, I love cats. I'm not one of those cat haters you see on the internet. But a cat is your emotional support animal? Come on, people. You know who needs emotional support? Me, after seeing that cat squeezed into a tiny carrier, probably plotting its revenge on the entire cabin. And the worst part is, sometimes these cats aren't even real ESAs. People try to sneak their pets onto flights, hoping no one will question their emotional support needs. But maybe leave Mittens at home next time. Trust me, the airport staff and Mittens will thank you for it. Kids, gotta love them. Who doesn't enjoy the sound of tiny humans shrieking with unbridled joy at 6 in the morning? But here's the thing. Airports are not playgrounds. They are chaotic hubs of travel with luggage carts whizzing by, stressed out travelers rushing to their gates. And yet, for some reason, parents seem to think it's perfectly acceptable to let their little darlings run wild. Kids have a lot of energy. They're like tiny, adorable tornadoes of chaos. But that doesn't mean they have free rein to terrorize the entire airport population. It's not fair to the other passengers, and it's definitely not fair to the airport staff. And speaking of safety, have you ever seen a kid try to climb on a moving walkway? It's enough to give you a heart attack. So, parents, please do us all a favor and keep your kids under control. Just please, for the love of all that is holy, don't let them loose in the airport. The airport staff and everyone else's sanity will thank you. Alright, let's talk about the TSA. Those brave souls who stand between us and potential airborne threats, armed with nothing but a pair of rubber gloves and a whole lot of patience. Now, I'm not saying they're perfect, I've definitely had my fair share of awkward pat-downs in my day. But for the most part, they're just trying to do their jobs and keep us safe. However, there's one thing that really grinds their gears. And that's when passengers ask them to change their gloves before a pat-down. I get it, you're about to be touched in places you'd rather not be touched by a stranger. But here's the thing, those gloves are clean. They're changed after every single pat-down. So, unless you think the TSA agent just finished wrestling a bear in a vat of mayonnaise, there's really no need to request a fresh pair. It just slows down the line and makes everyone uncomfortable. Think about it. The TSA agent has probably patted down hundreds of people that day. Do you really think they're using the same pair of gloves for everyone? That's just not hygienic. And the TSA takes hygiene very seriously. They have protocols in place to ensure that everything is clean and sanitized, so trust me, those gloves are cleaner than your phone screen. And another thing, asking for new gloves just makes you look suspicious. It's like you're trying to hide something. And we all know what happens when you look suspicious at the airport. You get pulled aside for extra screening, which means you're going to be even later for your flight. So do yourself a favor and just go with the flow. Let the TSA agent do their job, and you'll be on your way in no time. We've all been there, folks. You're standing in the security line, tension is palpable, and then it hits you, the laptop shuffle. The person ahead of you waits until the last second to acknowledge their carry-on luggage. Suddenly, they're a magician, pulling out laptops, iPads, charging cables, you name it. They act all surprised that they have to take their shoes off too. It's TSA 101, people. They act like it's everyone else's fault. I'm living it right behind you, as each agonizing second ticks by. We're all in this together, and trust me, no one wants to miss their flight because you decided to unpack your entire life at the X-ray machine. Follow the rules, pack your liquids accordingly, and maybe, just maybe, we can all get through this without losing our minds. Alright folks, let's talk about canceled flights. It's the ultimate travel nightmare. You're all set to jet off only to have your hopes dashed by a giant canceled sign. The air thick with disappointment, the collective groan of 100 frustrated travelers. But here's the thing, while a canceled flight is a major inconvenience, it's not the end of the world. Suddenly, they're demanding free hotel rooms, first-class upgrades, and enough frequent flyer miles to circle the globe twice. The gate agents didn't cancel your flight for fun. Airlines sometimes offer compensation for canceled flights. But demanding a 5-star hotel suite and a personal chauffeur is a tad excessive, don't you think? Most of the time, these situations are out of the control of the airport staff. So, take a deep breath, remember your manners, and treat the airport staff with respect. We've all done it, haven't we? Rolled up to the check-in counter with our fingers crossed, hoping for a little upgrade magic. Maybe you dress a little nicer, maybe you flash a winning smile. It's all part of the game, right? But there's a fine line between harmless flirting with fate and flat-out lying to try and score a free upgrade. And let me tell you folks, some people have no shame when it comes to snagging that coveted business class seat. They spin tales of woe that would make Shakespeare weep, all in the hopes of scoring a free upgrade. They'll claim they have a bad back, a fear of flying, or my personal favorite, a fictional long-lost twin they haven't seen in years who just happens to be sitting in first class. Now, I admire their creativity, I really do. But let's be honest, folks, lying to get something you haven't earned is just plain wrong. And here's the thing, it rarely works. Airport staff have heard it all before. They're like human lie detectors, trained to sniff out a phony sob story from a mile away. So before you go concocting your elaborate plan to weasel your way into an upgrade, ask yourself this: is it really worth it? Is it worth sacrificing your integrity for a slightly bigger seat and a complimentary glass of champagne? Because here's the thing, even if you do manage to pull it off, you're not just getting one over on the airline, you're potentially taking away an upgrade from someone who might actually deserve it. You're stuck at gate 37B, your Cinnabon is starting to wear off, and the flight to Cabo is delayed. Again. It's enough to make you want to scream into a TSA X-ray machine. And who's the first person you take that frustration out on? The poor soul working the gate. Listen, I get it. But here's the thing, folks. They're not air traffic controllers. They didn't personally cause the delay to make your life a living hell. They're just trying to do their job, which increasingly feels like playing mediator between angry passengers and, well, reality. So take a deep breath, count to 10, and maybe order another Cinnabon. Because yelling at the gate agent won't get you to your destination any faster, but it might get you a one-way ticket to a security pat-down you won't soon forget. Look, I'm not saying you have to be all sunshine and rainbows when your flight is delayed. A little grumpy grumbling is understandable. We're human, not saints. These airline employees deal with stressed-out travelers all day long. They're the punching bags of the sky, and they don't deserve it. Instead of unleashing your inner Godzilla, how about a different approach? Try a little understanding, maybe even a smile. Alright, let's talk about luggage. Specifically, the kind of luggage that costs more than my first car. You know the type? The ones with the fancy designer logos plastered all over them? Yeah, those. Listen, I get it, you've got expensive taste. You want everyone to know you're flying in style, even if your carry-on is stuffed with yesterday's laundry. But here's the thing, treating airport staff like they're your personal butlers for your precious bags? That's a one-way ticket to Eye Roll City. Look, I'm sure your luggage is very nice, it probably smells like a leather factory exploded inside a bank vault. But the reality is, your bag is going to get tossed around like a salad at a health retreat. It's going to endure more turbulence than my last relationship with a flight attendant. And you know what? That's okay. That's what luggage is for. It's designed to protect your belongings, not your ego. So next time you're tempted to give the gate agent a sob story about your precious Louis Vuitton getting scratched, just remember this. They've seen it all. Trust me, your designer luggage, it's the least of their worries. So do everyone a favor and just treat your luggage like you would any other piece of luggage. Now this next one should go without saying, but apparently it needs to be said. Say thank you. I know, it seems obvious. But you'd be surprised how many people forget their manners at 30,000 feet. Think about it. Airport staff deal with a lot. And yet, they still manage to show up every day with a smile, most of the time. So the least we can do is offer a simple thank you when they check us in, hand us our boarding pass, or point us in the direction of the nearest Cinnabon. It's a small gesture, but it can make a big difference. It's like giving someone a verbal high five, a fist bump of appreciation, a thumbs up emoji in real life. And here's the thing about gratitude. It's contagious. When you're kind to someone, it has a ripple effect. They're more likely to be kind to the next person, and so on. So next time you're at the airport, remember to say thank you. To the gate agents, the flight attendants, the TSA agents who are just trying to keep us all safe. Well, there you have it, folks. The top 10 things people do in airports that drive airport staff bonkers. So next time you're jet setting off to parts unknown, remember these tips. Be kind to your fellow travelers. And most importantly, don't forget to tip your flight attendants. I'm just kidding, they hate that. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content. This is Global Travel Venture. Until next time, safe travels.